Catfish people, what's up? Hey, I'm here to answer a few questions today. I had a couple people ask me about bait casters and spinning reels and closed face reels, closed face spinning reels, whatever. Um, the reason why I personally don't use bait casters is because sometimes I have other people fishing with me. They may or may not know how to use them. And it's a learning experience. They cast it out, bird nest it up, and I fish a lot of really tight quarters in the river, and I have noticed that spinning reels serve me best out of everything. Um, I use 8,000 reels for the lake, which gives me plenty enough line, plenty enough power, plenty enough distance. I use 6,000 reels also, which also give me plenty enough line, plenty enough power and distance. And I mainly use my 6,000 reels in the river, which I have to finesse cast sometimes, which I just can't finesse cast that with a big bait caster. Which if it was a bass rod, that's different because I can finesse those a little bit, but the bigger bait caster reels, I just can't finesse them like that. So that is to answer that question. But whatever suits you, whatever your skill set is, and whatever suits you, your comfort level is what I advise you to go with. But me personally, I love pin reels, spinning reels. That's my favorite. That's what I like to use. My father was a big Mitchell guy. He had Mitchell 300s on everything. I mean, that's what we use for striper fishing, bass fishing, catfish. I mean, we use them pretty much for anything. But it all depends on your skill set. Whether it's a 888 closed face or a Mitchell or a pin spinning reel, or you use an Abbey Garcia bait caster. It's whatever your skill and comfort level is what I advise you to do. And if you got room, go out in your backyard, your front yard, set your rod up, cast underhanded, cast sideways, cast over. It's called muscle memory, y'all. It's the same way as an artist playing an instrument. Say you're a guitar player, your fingers is muscle memory. They learn it. Your body, your shoulders, your wrist, your arms, it's going to perform and start getting a muscle memory. It might be difficult at first, but eventually it's just going to come to you. You're like, oh shit, that's how it's done. Now, to answer another question, I've had some guys ask me about my rods. I primarily use 10-foot rods and 7-foot rods. I like my 10 foots mainly for the lakes so that I can get out there. I do use my 10 foots in some places on the river, but mainly on the lakes. I love my 7-foot medium heavies in the river. The river conditions that I fish, the 7-foot medium heavies are usually ideal, like my Big Cat Fever rods. Those 7-foot medium heavy action Big Cat Fever rods are they are perfectly flawless for the river and the lakes that I fish, along with the Mad Cat rod. And I have a various of other rods, some pins, and some Berkley Big Games, which I use on other bodies of water. But hopefully that would answer that question. Let me think. I had this wrote down, and I've lost my daggone paper, y'all. I've had some guys ask me about line. I use Berkley Trilene. It's what I've used from the beginning. I use 25-pound and 30-pound test. Haven't went up above 30-pound test. I haven't had a need to. It has performed extremely well for me. Get it at Walmart, Amazon, other places. Now there's all kinds of brands of line out there, and there's all kinds of brands of rods out there and reels. You just have to pick what's in your wheelhouse of wanting to spend money, durability, just where you can shop, your comfort level. All of that depends on you. This is just my personal preference of the things that I use and why I use them, and they're tried, true, and tested for me. So, I have had to go up on my leader line. I normally use Zepco 50-pound test monofilament, and I use monofilament on everything. I do not use braid on nothing. I don't use braid for any kind of fishing. I don't have a use for it. Monofilament's what I like. It's what I use. It's what I'm comfortable with. Some guys love using braid. And I use circle hooks for all of my catfishing because I just don't use J hooks anymore. You take too much chance of hooking the fish, and I catch and release 90% of my fish. So that's why I use circle hooks. J hooks, you're not going to release that many of your fish. You're going to throw hook a lot of them, and you're going to have to keep them. And sometimes I'm not into keeping all of my fish. I know I'm kind of rambling, y'all, but I'm just trying to answer a few questions. It's been weighing on me, and some guys have been asking. Several people have been asking, so I just try to get it all out there at one time. Oh yeah, I had to move up on my monofilament because I started fishing a lot more cover, a lot more rocky areas, and I noticed that my 50 was getting chewed up a little bit more. So I got that 60 on sale, which was Berkley Trilene 60-pound test monofilament clear. And it has seemed to be an improvement. I haven't had as much tear up in my line, so I think I might switch to that. Rattlers, rigs, you just have to go with your comfort level on that too, whether you're using the Demon Dragons or the little ball rattler rigs or just whatever. You just find your comfort level, y'all. You watch my videos. The gear and the stuff that I use repeatedly in my videos, I've had success out of. I've had to spend less money on. They've been extremely durable. My pin reels are on year 3, and they work flawless. I have no problems out of any of them, knock on wood. But all of my pin reels that I bought pretty much at one time, I bought 6 at one time, and they all are working flawless. I have 0 problems out of them. And that's the Penn Pursuit 3 6000s and 8000s, and the Penn Pursuit 3 the Penn Fierce 3 and the Penn 6000 and the Penn Fierce 8000. Say that fast 2 times backwards. But anyway, the Pursuits and the Fierce are the 2 pins that I like to use. They're affordable reels. And I like the handles that they have on them. I don't like the round handle. I like the egg handles. So that's why I use the 3s. Hey, I hope all this helps y'all out some. Hey, get out there and hit them bank lines, y'all. Tight lines until the next one. God bless.